Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, like and subscribe. I'm an 18-year-old mom with a month-and-a-half-old daughter. Her name is Blake, and I'm just doing videos about my life pretty much and the situations and stuff that happened. So yeah, today's video is how high school was while I was pregnant and when I found out I was pregnant. So I'm going to be explaining that. So like I said in the previous videos, I found out I was pregnant November 27th. So I mean, that's kind of the beginning of the school year. So I mean, I wasn't too far in. I was around 6 weeks pregnant, I think, when I found out, or earlier, I think. So I wasn't showing, obviously, because you don't show for a while. But I was at school, and I mean, it was fine in the beginning. Like when I found out, I actually, like I said in the previous video, I posted it on like my spam account on Instagram. And I pretty much told my closest friends, like people who you let on a spam account, you know. So, but obviously it got out really fast. So I pretty much posted it to that like the week I found out because I needed support. So I went to social media, which I shouldn't have, but I did. And so it went around really quickly. It was pretty good. I mean, besides like, I mean, no one would talk to me about it because that's kind of like the awkward situation to like go up to me and be like, so I heard you're pregnant, you know? So, but there was rumors spread around me right away. I think some of the rumors that I heard was that I would get UTIs because I was hooking up with so many guys, that it wasn't my ex's kid. Like it went around saying that like it wasn't his kid, and I was like, that makes no sense. It was just people talking. And so it got around fast to my teachers. Like I remember I'm really close to I was close to my history teacher, and when I told him in class, it was kind of funny. I'll actually insert a picture at the end or whatever. It was a project I was doing and that's how I pretty much told him I was pregnant. He was like the closest teacher I had, and it was like this project about the 7 principles of economic thinking, something like that. And we had future consequences, and it was about like the choices you make now, how it affects the future. So I pretty much, it was funny because you'll see it in the picture, it kind of explains it, but it was funny how we told him. And yeah, you'll see the picture, it'll explain it. But so he already knew. Once I told him, he already knew, and I was like, how did you know? And then he was like, well, the students, and I was like, oh, that's awkward. Like I already knew, but it was kind of, I feel like it was kind of messed up for people to just go and tell the teachers too, because then like, you know, they're looking at you in class, like waiting for you to tell them, or they're waiting to see a bump, because, you know, teachers talk also. So by then I was like, all my teachers have to know. They definitely all know, and that's super awkward. So I'm walking into every class knowing that my teachers know, and probably the rest of the students. But at that point I was like, whatever, you know. So I ended up talking to my teachers and was just like, yeah, like I kind of made it like a good thing. Like after I told my history teacher, I told my English teacher, because there was actually another girl pregnant in my English class. So every day at school, you know, there was like 4 or 5 other girls pregnant at my school. Some younger, some the same age, you know, it was just what happened. So there was another girl in my class, so it was really nice to have someone else there. I felt way more comfortable going to school. So she was actually talking about it in class, and I was like, and that's when she was a couple weeks ahead of me. So I was like, should I bring it up now? Because I'm going to be showing sooner or later, so it would have been really awkward if I waited. So I actually brought it up, and I told my teacher too. And my English teacher, like every week, would be like, "Oh, so how many weeks are you now?" And like, she was so sweet, and I loved her. And then she was super sweet. Some teachers were quiet. There was the English teacher, history teacher. They were outgoing and would talk to me about it because they knew I was comfortable. But the other teachers I wasn't close to was just kind of like, oh, good luck. Like, not mean, but they were just kind of keeping their distance about it because they weren't sure how to approach me. So, I mean, it was kind of weird with those teachers going into class, but in the beginning it was fine. But going back to the rumors, sorry, I'm bouncing around, but the rumors, I just kind of, whenever I hear someone talk about that, I would just be like, that's not true. It's just a rumor. Like, thank you for going to me, because, it kind of sucked when that person said something, but they won't come to you to talk to you about it and ask you about it. The only people that really knew the story and how I was and my situation was my closest friends, obviously. So if someone would say something to them, they would be like, no, that's not true. Like, So that was pretty much the situation with the rumors. They kind of kept going. You can't really do anything about rumors besides confront them when you hear them, But I wasn't really the type of the person that like started stuff to where I went up to them and was like, hey, like you're starting rumors, I just kind of was like, if they have stuff to say, like everyone's gonna have stuff to say. Like, I'm pregnant, I'm 18, everyone's gonna have something to say, So I just kind of let it go. I was like, whatever. Besides the rumors, no one really cared at my school. They were just kind of like, good for you, But I had weekly meetings with this program with the other girls. So I met weekly with the other pregnant girls at my school, and we'd all talk and find out more information about our pregnancy, and we'd update the group with our pregnancy and how our doctor's appointments went. And it was really nice having like that support and like that community of girls who are pregnant. That kind of sounds bad, but who are pregnant in high school. But it was actually really nice, and I loved that program, and it really made me confident and stuff. Some of the girls left for independent study, which I don't blame them, because obviously rumors were spread about them too. It was high school. It really sucked, but I didn't switch to independent study. I stayed in school. I was just like, I'm gonna deal with this. I'm not gonna let it get to me, I guess, And so I stayed at school and went to those weekly groups and felt more confident each day, especially when I started showing. I loved showing off my belly. Like, I just gained so much confidence that I was just like, well, I don't care. So I would go in tight dresses, I would go in tight shirts, I would show off this belly. I would be like, I'm good. Like, who cares what other people think? And like, especially having those close teachers on my side when I went to class, like, I was fine. I ended up having another Instagram about my baby and the updates, and that actually started an issue with another student, because in class, there was a whole story, but in class she was talking how she only followed it for the drama or something. So that definitely started something. That was the only time I actually got upset with hearing something. I was like, I had a problem with that girl in the past, but I still let her follow it. And so I actually confronted her, but that was the pretty much only drama I had to where I confronted the people. I didn't really otherwise, but that was sensitive because I was like, that's my Instagram about my baby and the updates and like how she's doing, growing in my belly. Like, that's not cool to do that and then spread that around that you're only following it for that. So yeah, that was the pretty much only drama to where I confronted someone. But that was that. Otherwise, when I started showing, like I said, I was a high school cheerleader, so when I started showing, it was actually hard to wear my uniform. But it was getting into basketball season, and that was towards the end of the year. And that's when I started showing, obviously, and football season was fine. I just couldn't stunt. I could cheer, but I couldn't stunt, which really sucked because I was a flyer and I loved stunting. I loved flying. That was my thing that I loved to do. So that really sucked. I was really sad about that. I got to the point where I was really, like, I was almost depressed because that was the thing that made me really happy in life, was flying and cheerleading. And so I was really sad about that, but I was happy I could still cheer. But then by basketball season, I started showing, like I said, and that was a struggle because everyone knew, obviously, that I was pregnant, and like going to other schools, like my school didn't really care, but other schools were kind of like, oh my gosh, that's that pregnant cheerleader, you know what I mean? So it was super awkward going to other schools in my cheer uniform, but I was just I still passed by them, and I was just like, yep, I'm pregnant, you know? But my uniform still fit, so you could probably tell that it was just like a little bump. It was kind of in the chubby phase, you know, when you get really bloated. But then I pretty much just went on with school after cheer ended, because that ends like 2 months before you graduate. And I was pretty much fine the rest of the year. No one really, like, all the rumors blew away, like the drama blew away, like everyone was just kind of accepted the fact that there's a pregnant girl. So I pretty much just went around school minding my own business, you know, having fun with my friends, showing off my belly, because I also knew like if you don't like show off your belly or be confident, you kind of like miss that part of the pregnancy, I guess. I was worried I would miss that part of the pregnancy, because when you're an adult, like, you're excited for gender reveals, you're excited for the baby shower, you're excited to show off your stuff, but in high school you're like, is it okay for me to do that? Am I gonna get in trouble for doing that? Am I gonna be looked down upon for doing that? But like, you gotta live your pregnancy. That was my mindset. I just wanted to live it and wanted to show it off and not waste, I don't want to say waste, but not live up to your pregnancy, I guess, if that makes sense. That's pretty much what I did in high school. I didn't really have much drama besides that one girl, just the rumors. That was pretty much it. I mean, if you're pregnant in high school, you're most likely gonna get people say things, but that's in general. That's if you're pregnant when you're older, like, you're gonna have people saying stuff. It's just like when you have your kid, you're gonna have people telling you how to raise your kid, and it's what people do. They talk, and you just kind of ignore them. Just be like, thank you for your opinion. I mean, I'm still gonna do what I want, but thank you, you know. But that's pretty much my high school story. I mean, I'm sorry it wasn't that interesting, but my high school is just kind of like whatever. Like, and especially because there were so many girls pregnant at my school, they were just like used to it almost. It was kind of funny, but that's pretty much my story, and thanks for watching. I read through the comments to see what you guys want to see, so make sure you guys tell me what you want to see, because that's what I'm going by for my videos, because I want to post what you guys want to see. And I'm definitely going to be working on a nighttime routine and morning routine. I mean, they're not that interesting, but I'm still gonna do it for you, especially with my baby Blake. Right now she is with her dad, so he is in town, so she is with him right now. If you're wondering why she's not in this video, because I know I've done my last few ones, either she's sleeping or she's away with her dad right now. So otherwise I would have her in the video. So next video, I promise I will show her, and I will show some clips of her and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment what you want to see and like and subscribe. So thanks, love you guys.